Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we're back with another video. In this video, I'm gonna provide you guys with some clarification if Kanye West and his wife biancacensori actually attended court today according to various sources on the internet. So I've been doing some checks and some deep dive and I came across an article from CNN. Now, what CNN is saying is that Kanye West and biancacensori, they are currently in New York, but they did not attend Thursday's court's proceeding, but would like to attend to show support for Combs, the source said, adding that West has been in touch with Combs' son, Christian King Combs, about attending trial with the Combs family. Combs' son have been in court for much of the trial. So, Kristen Combs and West, they're currently working on music together, the source added. The individual close to Combs noted West may attend when the defense begins their presentation. Prosecutors in the case have said that their presentation is expected to wrap up next week, indicating that the defense could begin calling their own witnesses soon. West, who has been widely condemned and dropped by most of his representatives and business partners for repeated anti-Semitic hate and other controversies in recent years, has offered public support for Combs since he's been incarcerated in the lead up to his trial. West is one of few public figures to show support for the embattled music mogul, who has been accused of sexual or other misconduct in more than 60 civil lawsuits and is on trial in federal court for criminal charges that include sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. They go into Diddy deny all wrongdoings of the charges. Kanye West posting messages on social media calling for Diddy's freedom. In March, West released a song that featured a phone call recorded from jail between him and Combs. That song also featured Christian Combs and West's daughter with Kim. They talk about in February, West sparked outrage for selling t-shirts, emblazoned with swastika, which was promoted in a Super Bowl ad. And his support for Combs on social media coincided with a firestorm that ensued over his anti-Semitic posts around the same time. They're saying a representative for Combs and his son Christian declined to comment. West is not known to be working with a public relations representative at this time, and CNN was not able to contact him. So they're saying that Kanye, has been in touch with Diddy's family about possibly attending the ongoing trial, but he doesn't want to do so at this point in time because he's waiting until the defense begins their presentation to attend. They're saying the individual close to Combs noted West may attend when the defense begins their presentation. So they say they saw him today, and a lot of people are saying that he rolled up, but many people are saying because there's no clip or videos, they don't think it is true, but CNN is not saying that he did roll up. They're rather saying that they know for sure that he wasn't there, and he's being strategic about when he's gonna attend Diddy's trial, and when he does, he'll be showing up with the Combs family. Now also, we don't know if he might have shown up and CNN doesn't have the information, but I've seen quite a few people on the internet saying that he did show up, and equally, there are people saying that he did not show up. But this CNN report is saying that he did not show up, and when he's going to show up, he's going to ensure that So they're saying that if he does show up, it is when the defense begins their presentation. So he is showing up for the presentation of the defense team, and it's a possibility. It's not a guarantee. Now, I would say it's kind of concerning. Like, if you want to show up to support your friend, is it that Kanye West, because he's being strategic about when he's going to show up. He's going to show up when the defense is doing their presentation. I'm wondering if he's going to be loud and like, yeah, that's right, Because if he has been doing so much online and having his skinhead Diddy-like complexion dudes protesting in support of Diddy on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and I saw someone asking a dumb ass question like, "How are you sure it is Kanye West who did that?" That was his choir. Come on, like that was his choir, okay? So, it's just a tad bit concerning because is it that Kanye West ran away and intentionally stayed away from when the prosecution was, questioning the witnesses? Is there some amount of guilt there on Kanye's path? Now learning that Bianca could have been a woman who was smashed in a freak off setting, like by a sex worker. Is it that his guilt is biting him so much that he could not stand to hear these witnesses, talk about their pain and trauma, but he wants to be there when it's all good and they want to paint the perfect picture of Diddy. But anywho, they say it's a possibility and not a guarantee. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled to see if Kanye West shows up to support Diddy during the defense making their presentation. Because based on what they're saying is that if he is going to show up, he's going to show up with the Combs family. Kanye West always wants to be a Seuss, as I've always said. I've always said it. It's not just now. It's like a practice of his. Kanye wants, Kanye and Kim shares a lot in common. And I keep going back to that consistently. And if you look at it, there's a history of it. And even Jason Lee says, even though we see Kim and Kanye, they do share a lot in common. And this is Exhibit A. Because Kim works with criminals and Kanye West always want the criminals to be freed. It's true though. It's true. He's like free Larry Hoover, free Marilyn Manson, even though he recently got off on those charges. He's like, free whomever. It doesn't matter what they did. He believes that everyone, should just be forgiven. But Kanye has to understand that you can't have these dangerous people just walking amongst society because Diddy is a monster and there's no other way to put it. People say domestic abuse. That's beyond domestic abuse. I think that we're so comfortable. I think that we have been so groomed to accept cruelty that we often just find, like places to fit them like Legos puzzle. Oh, this is domestic abuse. It could not be sex trafficking, irrespective of the fact that you can hear these women testimony, how Diddy would coerce them. Like, when he was hit with that lawsuit by Casaventura and he was coercing Jane Doe, all of a sudden, I am polyamorous. I don't have a woman. I'm single. So he was single and and he could do whatever he wanted. And then when he was hit with the lawsuit and realized now that Homeland Security might be on his ass, he's like, you're my girl. I got you. Call KK. If you need anything, just call KK. So those things I don't know why people refuse to realize or recognize and identify that human trafficking and sex trafficking is real. Not because it comes with that beautiful smoke screen and mirror of a coercion, it doesn't mean that, it's not real. If you watch soft white underbelly of this girl, who basically detailed that when she was 14, they were brought to Diddy house. They were about to be sex trafficked. And just before they were about to be sold off and be bidded out to the different men and people, they were taken shopping and like, oh, you want a Birkin? Oh, you can get a Birkin. All of a sudden, they can get a Birkin. So, you have to just open your eyes, and oftentimes those things are given to them on the disguise, and then those things are taken from them, returned to the store, and these women, sometimes their lives are snuck away from them. So it is highly dangerous for people to say these women were greedy. They want to love a luxurious lifestyle. Everyone wants to live a good life. And I don't know why it is that that is not something that we can be honest about. Many of us want to live a good life. Some of us more than some, because some of us will be okay with just being able to afford the basic necessities of life and be comfortable. Some of us, we want to go a tier or two above that. And I think it is just unfair for us to tell people not to want to live a good life, because there's nothing wrong with wanting to live a good life. But there's something wrong with psychological grooming, coercion, perversion, and all of that. But anywho, as I was saying, back to the meat of the matter and why we're here. Kanye West, according to CNN, did not show up to court or in court today, but it is within his intention to do so, and he wants to be strategic about it. And his strategic point is when the defense is presenting their case, so he can say, yeah, Diddy taught me my life choices and my wife choices and all of that jazz. So just saying. But anywho, guys, it's your time to take the floor, because many of you have really, really good insights and really good comments to share. Not all of you, but majority of you do have good sides, have good insights. I don't mean to be shady, but sometimes I have to keep it honest and keep it real. So leave a comment below. Do all you need to do on this video. And we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.